All right, guys, we've got another really unique piece, something I've never owned before, other than this one. This is what they call a big ball bowler. So it's kind of like a shuffle bowler where you slide the little puck, only this one you roll actual little mini bowling balls. This one's looks like about 12 feet long with the 2 lane segments. I am not going to fully assemble it because I don't feel like spending an entire day just messing with this thing in hopes of getting an extra $50 out of it at the auction. I'm sorry. I got too much to do. And this is going to be a project for whoever buys it. You're going to need to spend a day or two or a weekend putting this thing together and getting her going. I bought it from a route operator down in southern Missouri who had pulled it off his route. He told me it was working when he pulled it off. Lord only knows when that was. I mean, this is probably from the 50s or 60s. It is complete. I've just got the back glass. It's plexi, actually. So that probably dates it right there. I mean, it can't be super old if it's got a plexiglass. Or maybe this is a replacement. I don't know. So this is just loose, but the frame for it is over here. The bottom of the frame came off. It just needs some construction adhesive and some clamps to put that piece back together, and then you can remount this back glass, and it just fits into these little hinges down here, and then latches into place up on top, up there. So, but I just put this up here so you could see what it would look like with the glass. Here it is without the glass. Looks like some of the bulbs are missing, but score reels are all there. Oh, gosh, it's so big, it's actually heavy. Okay, you got a little access door here to the pin units. Those are the connectors that you feed through this hole here. You basically pick this thing up and you set it on that ledge there, and then that hole lines up. There's a hole in here that lines up with that, and you connect those. Oops, gotta go on the other side. This lane just connects here. There's 4 screws underneath this that go through those 4 holes and hold the lane together. And then there's a little stand down there on the rolling cart that you put underneath that part. So back here, feed those wires through that hole. There's some cobwebs in here, as you can see. And then you feed those connectors in there. There's the plug-in cord. You can see all the assemblies are here. Let me get my little flashlight out. And you can see by looking at these, I don't see any brown coil wrappers, which means we probably don't have burned up coils. Now that one's kind of brown, but it still doesn't really look burned to me. There's all your relays. Here's your different pin relays. Reset. Here's your little bell. Oh, it's nice. It's got a little light bulb for working on it. Oh yeah, and there's a little switch up here, just like in your refrigerator, to turn on the light to work on it. That's cool. So, the first thing I would do after putting it together, I would lubricate all of these step-up units because they've been sitting idle for a long time. Yeah, see, like there, I just moved that and it is really stiff. See how stiff that is? All right. So all you gotta do is spray the heck out of that with WD-40 or liquid wrench, 3-in-1 oil, Zoom spot oiler, all these little joints here. You're gonna have to lubricate those and then manually trip that lever over and over and over again. And same with this one. Do that with each of those step-up units until they move nice and freely. It happens, trust me. It's like 10 times you have to click that thing and then all of a sudden it feels nice and smooth. That is absolutely essential to getting want a machine like this working. Once you get all those step-up units working smoothly with just some lubrication, you can clean the contacts down here and clean off where the contacts hit the copper there, although those don't look too bad. That's another thing you can do. Clean all these contacts here just with real fine sandpaper is what I would use, but somebody may think that's horrible. I don't know. You probably won't have to mess too much with these relays. They probably are all adjusted. Right now you don't want to monkey with them unless you find one that specifically isn't working right. But yeah, it's all these step-up units. Once you get all those working smoothly, I'd be willing to bet that this thing will actually work. Oh crap, just knocked this over, but let's see, didn't break, did it? Nope, praise God. Let's put it back over here by the frame. All right, so cabinet's in pretty good shape. This little piece here must have broken off at some point, and the guy gave it to me. It attaches down there, so you're gonna need to do a little gluing there. This bottom part's on a rolling cart, that part's on a rolling cart, and this part you can just tip up and dolly. So it's in 3 different parts. It shouldn't be too hard to move. We can load it on a trailer or into a Sprinter or even back of a pickup truck if we have to. Cabinet's in good condition. Oh yeah, and comes with 3 balls. There's the balls that were in it. If you see them over there. Does this thing hinge up? Yeah, but it needs to be unlocked or unscrewed. Okay. I think that, oh yeah, let me show you here. The Williams coin door is kind of cool. Looks like it's got a little ashtray up here too attached to it. That's neat. Gosh, that's like part of the assembly too. But yeah, here's your coin door. 1 dime or 2 nickels to play. So it actually has an old mechanism that'll take dimes or nickels. That's pretty cool. Just like out of an old pop machine. Lane looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't think this thing has gotten wet. I don't see any warping or anything. I don't see any major damage to the lane anywhere. Once you roll a ball, it has a motor that feeds it up to a little gravity fed thing that rolls the ball back up here, and it comes into the ball holder. Should be really fun when you get this thing done. I, of course, intended to put this thing in my arcade and get it going, but gosh, this takes up so much room. I don't want to my arcade's not big enough to spare this much space. So I'm letting her go. I'm getting kicked out of this warehouse, so I need to move all this stuff. So help me out, buy this thing. Oh, and I should mention here, this isn't just a bowling machine. It looks like it has a lot of different games, just like some of those shuffle bowlers. It has dual, flash, regulation, diamonds, and bonus lane. So flash is this thing with these lights that kind of move in a pattern here, and you try to roll the ball to hit the pins right when the red is lit up in the middle. And if you do that, you get a huge bonus. Regulation is obviously just regular bowling scoring. I don't know what diamonds, bonus lane, or dual are, but that can be something you get to figure out when you get her home and get her working. It's amazing to me that these old mechanical machines were able to do regulation bowling scoring for 6 players. I mean, can you imagine it? That's what I think these step-up units are for, is to kind of store your points and where you're at, whether you've got strikes or a spare, so it can remember to add on the correct number of points. I mean, it's amazingly complicated for a mechanical device to do bowling scoring because it's so screwy. But there you have it. A pretty neat item here. Aztec bowler. United. It says United's here and it says Williams other places. That's because Williams and United were the same company. I don't know if one bought the other or if they just used United as their bowling division or what, but I'm pretty sure I've been told that they were just the same company. So, there you go. Enjoy.